He was so tall, people stared in disbelief. Shoes custom-made, doors too small. The entire world knew his name. Meet Robert Pershing Wadlow, the tallest man to ever walk the earth. But his story is more than just height. It's about courage, struggle, and a legacy that still stands tall. Robert Pershing Wadlow was born on February 22, 1918, in Alton, Illinois, USA. At first glance, Robert seemed like an ordinary baby, weighing a healthy 8.7 pounds. But within a few months, his parents noticed something unusual. Robert was growing at an alarming rate. By the age of 5, he stood 5 feet 4 inches tall, already towering over most kids his age. While other children were playing with toy trucks, Robert was wearing clothes made for teenagers. His incredible growth was caused by a rare medical condition, hyperplasia of the pituitary gland, which results in an abnormally high production of growth hormone. His body simply never stopped growing. As Robert grew taller, life grew more challenging. By age 8, he was already 6 feet 2 inches and could carry his father up the stairs. At 13, he reached 7 feet 4 inches, making headlines across the country. But this wasn't just a spectacle. It was also a daily struggle. Imagine trying to fit into a classroom desk or ride a car that's too small for your knees. His shoes were size 37AA, and each pair cost $100, a huge amount of time. His family couldn't afford it until the Peters Shoe Company stepped in to provide them for free. Despite the physical challenges, Robert never let his size define his spirit. He attended Alton High School and later enrolled at Shirtlift College to study law. He dreamed of becoming an attorney, not a sideshow attraction. Robert's towering height attracted global attention. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, Robert began touring with the Ringling Brothers Circus, but only under strict conditions. He refused to be treated like a freak. He wore a custom-made suit, stood proudly, and greeted fans with humility. Later, he became the face of International Shoe Company, traveling across 41 states to promote their brand and his story. Everywhere he went, crowds gathered, often gasping in amazement. His presence alone would stop traffic. But with fame came physical pain. Robert relied on leg braces to walk and had limited feeling in his legs and feet. He never used a wheelchair, determined to walk tall despite the burden. His spine curved, his bones ached, and infections were a constant threat. Yet, he never complained. In July 1940, Robert traveled to Manistee, Michigan for an appearance. While there, a brace rubbed against his ankle, causing a blister. Due to poor circulation in his massive body, the wound became infected. Despite medical efforts, the infection spread. On July 15, 1940, at just 22 years old, Robert Wadlow passed away in his sleep. At the time of his death, he stood 8 feet 11.1 inches, 2.72 meters, and weighed 490 pounds, 220 kilograms, officially making him the tallest man in recorded history. His funeral was attended by over 40,000 people, and it took 12 pallbearers and 8 assistants to carry his half-ton coffin. He was buried in a solid concrete vault to protect his remains from grave robbers. Though his life was short, Robert's impact was enormous. In his hometown of Alton, Illinois, a life-size bronze statue now stands in his memory. Tourists from all over the world visit just to see how tall he truly was. His record still stands unbroken. The Guinness World Records continues to honor Robert Wadlow as the tallest man ever. But his true legacy lies not just in his height, but in his humility. Despite the pain, the stares, and the constant challenges, Robert Wadlow lived with dignity. He inspired millions with his courage, kindness, and quiet strength. He wasn't just a tall man. He was a giant in spirit. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss amazing stories from history. Comment below, would you want to meet someone 9 feet tall?